back to Canadians at Kafe Lise, a Vigor podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Dr. Anton, and with me is the other host, DJ Spencer.
Hello.
Hello, and Merry Christmas, as this is going to be our Christmas wish list episode, our fourth annual one. Well, yeah, we've been doing this for 3 years, and this is our fourth of these we're doing going into the new year. So yeah, we're going to do a little wish list episode. We'll talk about some of the stuff we did we talked about from the previous year to see if anything's really changed from what we talked about then. Give out some new ideas for this year as well.
Uh, Doc,
Yes.
do you realize this is like our fourth episode? And so technically the podcast has been around for 3 years and a month from this day exactly that we're recording.
Yep.
Uh, and we didn't even have an anniversary episode.
I know it's kind of fun. It's like we sort of do everything last minute. We think, well, what are we going to talk about this week, and then we just go with whatever's happening, right? So it's kind of embarrassing. We didn't do an anniversary episode. So it's almost like an anniversary episode.
Terrible husband slash partners.
Yeah.
I
It's like,
swear it doesn't
oh,
happen like this in real life either.
no, no, no,
I
not at
remember all the
all.
dates. No, it's because
Exactly.
I went and scrolled right back to like the first episode, and the first episode was like November 16th, 2020.
Wow.
So yeah, it'll be it's literally 3 years and a month.
It's and every couple and mostly every couple of weeks, and it's just summers tend to be a little bit less, but yeah, we've just been going. So it's awesome.
Would have been the 7.1 update that it would have been the anniversary.
Yeah. Or
Anyways,
17.1 update, I guess.
oh yeah, sorry, 17.1.
Yeah. So there you go. And we started is like episode season 6, I think, is when we started. So 11 seasons have passed
Yep.
since we started this. So there we go. It just keeps on trucking.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get too far, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave some comments below. We appreciate it.
And wish us happy anniversary,
Yes, absolutely.
happy belated anniversary.
Yeah. And DJ can't see this, but I've got some Christmas stuff on our backgrounds here above us and around. So just to put
Nice,
us in a little bit of a festive spirit, you know, yay, it's Christmas.
very
Um,
festive.
oh yeah, he's got his little Santa. I don't have a Santa cup, but I just have my usual locust cup. And he's actually drinking eggnog out of his. I'm just drinking
No,
water
no,
here.
it's actually
You switched
water.
to
I
water?
couldn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I drank that big glass of eggnog before as we were recording. I can't do it anymore.
Okay.
It's eggnogged out for tonight. But I was
And
telling Doc, you got to
yeah,
put some eggnog in it, and it's like put it some on top, and it just adds to it. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure there's already some in there, but more delicious.
And eggnog. If you're gonna do a lot of talking, maybe not the best thing to have in the back of your throat as you're trying to
Yeah,
talk. For
this is
sure.
also true.
Yes.
Milk was a terrible choice.
Why? Yeah. Um. But yeah. We're gonna do our Christmas wish list. But before we get too far into the wish list, they just released the new Xbox Game Pass perk for Vigor. So if you haven't grabbed it, make sure you go into the Game Pass store and claim it. Uh, we'll show you here quickly just a little what's in it. It's just a few cosmetics and a few weapons that come with it. But it looks like a nice little pack. It's nice to get something for free if you can. Uh, just adds a little bit to it. But this one, let's see here. Let me just find it here and I will show it. I just had to do this. There we go. I have it up now. It's the deer is it called Hunter?
Deer Stalker
Deer Stalker,
perk pack.
like the Deer Stalker pack. And on the screen you can see it has a few different cosmetics. It comes with the hunting cap called Deer Season, Outlander bag, also called Deer Season, and winter gloves, deer season. So they're green tartan. They have like a little bit of a tartan pattern on them. Uh, so I don't know why they're, well, deer season, I guess it would be like a I guess it depends. When's deer season? Is it a fall or a spring thing? It's usually a fall thing
All
because,
yeah.
yeah, because spring is too early because all the little babies are going to be coming out and stuff. So, and then weapons you get out of it, you get an FG42 and some ammo for it. You get the John um, knife, which, okay.
Great
Uh,
materials.
yeah, it really is. It is a gold tier weapon, so you get some okay materials out of it. Two M4A1s, so decent rifle there with some ammo. Three Scharfschützengewehren. Yeah, I'm not. I can actually get a kill with it once in a while, but
uh
I'm not very
Doc,
good with snipers.
it is the Sharp is like so good.
Yeah.
I've been posting like YouTube shorts and like I have quite a few with the Sharp, just because I enjoy it. And you know what? The
Yeah.
one thing I really like is like the ammo stack is 40 bullets. So it's like you don't have to
Mm.
bring in like a
Yeah, usually it's more than enough.
secondary
Yeah.
type thing. So one is usually more than enough. So I
Yeah.
really enjoy it.
And you get this one quite often in Myron when you're doing a Myron shootout.
Hmm.
Quite You'll start with this one not quite often, but it's a starter. Like when you regen, you can get that. And yeah, I've gotten lucky and I've gotten a few kills with it, but with the that reload is always what kills me. If I miss and then I have to reload, it's like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get it. So, but yeah, if you do hit with it, yeah, it's powerful. So it just rips right through someone.
Big Sharp fan.
Force, yeah, four Swamis with ammo, five SKSs with ammo, and then 10 silver pigeons with ammo. So yeah, you give a little bit of everything, I guess. So, and
Yep,
if you're somebody who's just starting out or don't have a lot of inventory, so it can really help you out,
yep.
build up your armory a little bit. But yeah, that's the deer hunter or deer stalker, I should say, pack. Deer hunter is a whole different thing. Um, you don't have a bunch of guys with you in a cabin in the jungle playing Russian roulette. So, anyways, but that's the pack that they just released. So, just wanted to show that with you, share it with you there. So, make sure you grab it.
Yep. I'm a
Yeah.
little surprised there's no like full outfit though for it, like
Mm.
some
Mm.
kind of variant of like a full outfit. But
Yeah, because they
uh,
have done that quite often. It's usually the anorak or something like that, where when they release a pack, it'll be like the anorak with a special coloring. I know on PlayStation they've gotten like a purple one in the past. Xbox has gotten a green one in the past. So maybe
yep,
because they've done that, I don't know.
I don't know.
They could have done something like since this is called the Deer Stalker. The There was that Stalkers. Was it Stalkers?
No trapper season.
Trappers is Trappers. You're right.
Yep,
Where they had like the leather jackets that looked almost like rain slickers, but they were looked like they were made out of animal skin or something. So they could have done something like that special. That would have been interesting. But yeah, for sure.
well, that might have been a different season then that you're thinking of. But anyways,
Well, no, I think so because I think that was also the same season that had the smaller bags that had like a little skull with antlers on it. Wasn't that Stalkers?
mm, me well, no, I said trappers.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Trappers. Wasn't that Trappers?
Potentially, I don't remember.
Okay. Well, maybe we're wrong. Let us know. But I thought it was Trappers, the one I'm thinking of that has it because it looks very similar to the green coat, like in style. I'm just talking about the
Yep,
style, but it's actually like looks like a hide jacket of some type. I don't know.
yep,
Anyways, okay. Um, but yeah, so yeah, the wish list. So we were just gonna touch on some of the stuff that we had talked about last year on our wish lists last year, and see if anything ever came of any of this. Maybe some of it has. When I go through it, it looks like there are things that we talked about that have come or maybe coming. So um, there's definitely
uh,
some stuff there.
yeah. We, we said the same. I swear we said the same
We
thing
say
too
it.
last year's episode, where it's like, hey,
Yeah,
we actually hit on some of these things more than we thought. So
yeah, yeah. I think it's going to be. You take enough shots, you're going to hit once in a while. So even I get a kill in encounters. So there you go. Did you want to start on the list that we have up? Do you have the list up?
sure.
Okay,
Um encounter airdrop buff, which there was some. Um
that's true.
it it basically starts off at an uncommon,
Yeah,
and then you also get some crowns and some fireworks as well. Um
yeah,
there was Santa outfit, which we kind of did get in the Dr. Claus
yeah,
cosmetic. Realism, which uh, I think the weaponry work should make some of the movement and uh, the firing more realistic. Hopefully,
yeah.
we'll see about that.
They've been slowly making inroads
Um,
on that kind of stuff. But
yep.
yeah, yeah,
Variations on existing maps. So take a map that's like a strictly summer and maybe make it a winter one.
yeah.
um
We didn't see anything
Shelter
like that.
improvement.
No.
Yeah. Shelter improvements, because we do need some more, which we should be getting some more next year, fingers
Yeah, it's something they've
crossed.
been working on all year. So yeah, the next couple seasons, maybe we'll see if they finish it.
um Shelter customizations, like putting up uh different colors on your shelter, or like nation flag or something like that.
Alternate flags, yeah,
um Weapon skins that could be like your country flag, because Norway had a skin introduced, but obviously Vigor is taking place in Norway, so that's kind of why
yeah,
that one was chosen. um Weapon and cosmetics presets, which I think would be amazing. um because when it comes to weapons, it meant additional loadouts, not just a singular one, I believe.
right. Yeah, it
Is what we
was.
were talking
We
about.
have the yeah, it was adding more loadouts for sure,
Yeah,
but also I really like the idea of the cosmetics, like having an
yeah,
outfit you can switch to or from back from or whatever, like easily. Like if there's like a um
a
if
snow
you
map.
play with certain a snow map, yeah, a snow map, or if you play with a certain group all the time and you want to go out in eliminations all in the same outfit, having that loaded and ready to go,
Yep,
just switch over to it.
yep. More partner Easter eggs, I believe is what this one was. Updated end user license agreement, because it is still kind of vague.
Yeah,
Um, Bigger game exposure. So I had mentioned this about, like, getting some kind of big streamer again, or more streamer and publicity on the game to kind of like hopefully make it blow up. Um, Additional staffing and resources, so money and people. Uh, Vigor dev team. So this is like our personal wish list.
a wish list of
But
having for the stream. Yeah,
yeah,
for the
so
podcast.
interview a dev team member um, was on ours. More partner interviews. Uh, there was also talk of like new merch for like the game, and for the podcast again, listener list ideas. We'd love to hear what
Yeah,
your wish list would be.
yeah. So definitely some of those, some of those actually, happened or came close to happening. Uh, there's a lot in there though that obviously didn't happen. Um, Bigger game exposure almost seems like one that really needs to happen now more than ever, just because it seems there's always a drop off of players, you know, um, after a season starts and it's been out for a little bit, it sort of drops off. But now it seems like to me, it seems like it's dropping off faster and staying, lower numbers longer, which is unfortunate. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
I
you're not
think
seeing it,
there
but
no, I think there's a difference between like Twitch and actual people playing, because like I see, like, thanks to the leaderboards,
true.
I actually see people who supposedly quit the game like years ago, and now I'm seeing them play. Like, they're in the leaderboards, whereas
But I'm not
before
talking
it's like I
about
would
like,
never see.
yeah. I'm not
and
talking about
it's like,
people watching on Twitch. I'm talking about when I go to play. Um, I'm never getting full lobbies, or very rarely
yeah,
getting full lobbies. That's what I mean. Like, and it seems
it's
like,
that rare. Because like to me, it's
yeah,
not that rare that I get a full lobby. Like I'll get the
mm.
occasional like lobby that's missing a couple people, but like not it's not that frequent for me.
Oh man, no, I don't think I don't think I ever get really full lobbies. Like, it depends on the maps, obviously. Like certain maps, there's a better chance of getting a full lobby, but I don't know. It's quite often I'm not seeing full lobbies
Okay.
out there. But then they did make some customizations to help with, so that it prefers, I think, people who are in your area or whatever, like your time zone or whatever
It's more
first,
regional.
more regional. So that might be part of it. Like maybe you're seeing
Mhm.
there's more people in your region than my area, quite possible.
Yeah.
So that might be part of it. Um, so for sure.
But I think it's a little
Uh,
different because like we're the item was bigger game exposure and
it
like
is,
we
but I
we segmented to player base.
it is, but
So
it kind of like, if there was more game exposure out there, so that people, maybe more people knew about it, because I know not everyone's watching Twitch, but there's not just Twitch, there's
mhm,
also YouTube and Kick now, and I think there's others out there. Um, Getting more exposure that way could also help bring in other people too, to help find the game, right? That's
yeah,
sort of what I meant.
maybe.
But yeah, yeah,
The thing is though is like because it's a niche game, like it's a small game by indie company,
yeah,
like no one is digging in like Twitch categories for like games like this, right? Like they'll see it if like Shroud picks up the game, right? And then you'll have like a whole new player base or viewer
yeah,
base that will say, "Oh, like there's a Vigor category," right? That's how like I envision bigger game exposure or like there's some kind of big event where
yeah.
it's like, you know, like I was going to say E3, but that got canned. They announced that that's done.
Yeah,
But like PAX East or something like that, or TwitchCon, where it's like Bigger has like a booth and like everyone like shows up there type thing.
yep,
Um, like so, something like that. But it's like, maybe they do go to that, but like don't forget like COVID years and stuff like that. Those events weren't really being held, so
yeah.
who knows?
The whole
Um,
industry sort of took a big hit by that, so it's yeah, it's for sure. Um, but and we have seen it in the past where, like, no one that big, like not Shroud level, have tried Vigor, but there have been times where we've had streamers with fairly, sizable followings
yep,
start playing Vigor for a little bit, and then you see the category sort of explode just briefly as they're playing the game, but then they go away from it and things sort of settle down again. But it does, I think, help expose people to it, and then potentially add, some more people to playing and watching and whatever. So yeah.
yep.
But yeah, so let's go into some of the things that we're wishing for the new year. Um, I don't have a huge list myself. It's just things that have sort of popped through my head.
Yep.
So did you have anything in particular, or
No, if you want to fire away, go ahead.
yeah,
Do what we'll alternate. And
yeah, we'll
and
try
like
to
I have,
alternate.
yeah, I have some like repeats from like the what the
Yeah,
last one type thing, but I
yeah,
just want to
and I'm
expand on it.
sure so there's going to be some repeats, because there's definitely things that we've talked about in the past that are still kind of relevant and we would like to see for sure. One of the ones that I was sort of popped into my head today, as I was thinking about what I would like to see, kind of relates to lobby size a little bit. And it's, if there was a way to see if a particular map was more popular at that time. So if I could see, like, if they have the three different maps, if there was like, there's so many people currently playing this map, this map and this map, that might help. Like, if, okay, if I see that this map is like pretty much dead, there's like not very many people playing it, then maybe I'll play it because I want to have a quieter match, have a chance of a smaller lobby. But if I want to have a full lobby, then I say, well, everyone's playing this map right now. I'll try for this map, and then my queue time should be quicker because usually there's maps ending and then people are going right back in. Um, Whereas with the smaller ones, I tend to find that the queue times are a lot slower. So having some kind of indication, just where's everyone playing, like how many, not who, just where's all the people right now. It would be kind of nice. It might help with queue times and that kind of thing.
Okay. So my first one would be the weapon and movement update. Uh,
Yeah.
it's been a long time coming, and it keeps getting delayed. And I think the latest update from the dev stream was early next year type thing, and it's like I just hope that when it comes out, it's well done, polished. Like they
Yeah.
mentioned they didn't want to push it out and not have like a bunch of bugs. And like I'm not gonna lie, like to me it worries me that if it's not done right, like this could be like very very bad for the game. And like it's just with the meta being what it is for like so long, with the machine guns. And like even though like the bugle's still like up there in meta, and the M4's kind of join in there, which I do enjoy the M4. But it is just um like it's not just weapons, it's turned into like movement too, like they've hinted to it in the
Right.
dev streams. And they
Yeah.
they just I just hope to that they nail it. And they've already mentioned that like uh the developers who were initially working on it, they've left, and that's part of the reason why there was a delay. So it's like latest we heard was Philip was on it with oh my god, what was his name? They they had a new developer who
Mm,
recently joined, and he was on the dev stream, not the 100th episode, the 99th one.
okay.
But anyways, he was part of that team too that was working on the weapon rework. Apologize for not remembering his name. But yeah, like it's like the it makes me nervous because it's been talked about for a year and a half, maybe 2 years, about the weapon rework. And that's why there hasn't been a lot of gun balancing since then, because
Yeah.
they've been focusing on it. So yeah, I hope it comes, and I hope it's done well, and everything's going to be honky dory. And we're excited for it type thing. So
Yep. Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. No, that'd be a great one. Um, and my next one is one I noticed. I think someone might have mentioned it to me recently, but I had also kind of noticed it. So they introduced the new leaderboards, and they're very nice. Um, but one thing we kind of lost with it was the ability to see your friends.
yeah,
You know, hitting that one little button to see how you stack up against your friends, and that's gone, and that's really unfortunate. It's like,
yeah,
great, I can see who's at the very top of the leaderboard, and awesome. I'm never going to have, the 40,000 kills, or since the beginning of the season, or whatever it is, not 40,000, but you see some of these guys, you see the seasonals, and it's like, okay, wow, these guys never stop playing. Are they playing 24 hours a day? What the hell? But I can't see people who are on my friends list, how I stack up against
yeah,
them. I always say, okay, how many materials do I have compared to DJ or Mod or a teddy
yeah,
bear or whoever, right? And I really miss that, and
yeah.
I really hope they bring that back. So that's on my
Yeah,
wish list for this year.
that's actually one of my items too. It's like
Oh,
because I was
sorry,
like,
didn't mean to steal
I
yours.
no, 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 it's not stealing. It's like
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
it. It's like
yeah.
it's a common idea that like
Hmm.
and it's not the first time I hear that too, right?
Yeah,
Like people miss being able to do that, and the fact like I'm excited that they redid it, and I'm
it's
hoping
awesome. Yeah.
that once like let's say they do re-add a friends list, that you could actually scroll through it and it's not just the top 10 type
Yeah,
thing.
that'd
Like
be
i
awesome.
i
That'd be
would
great.
love,
Yeah.
like I honestly I don't care about scrolling top overall or top from where I'm situated in the leaderboards.
And I wouldn't even
Let me
mind that though too.
No, I
But
don't care about that. Don't
I
waste
know.
time and resources for that. Give me a scrolling for a friends list. Give me
Yeah.
the friends list and let me scroll it, because it's like, how many people have we added, Doc, on Xbox since
Yep.
playing Vigor? Like a ton. And it's like, that was part of my issue, is with the old list, it was like a static 10 people, and
The
it's
top
like,
10. Yeah.
if I wasn't in top 10, it's like I would be the 11th place, and it's like I would know, okay, at least I need to beat this person at this max or minimum amount.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, give me like friends list back and let us scroll through it, because
For
I
sure.
would love that. And then keeping up with the leaderboards. Again, great idea. I love the addition of like some of the stats, like the KD. I think that's super valuable, because it's like, if someone's a looter, they get like maybe one kill, leave the encounter, go back in, do the same thing, or get no kills. Like that KD is going to be higher than the KPE, and I think it is such a more valuable stat than a KPE. But along that lines, I'd love to see expanded stats. We talked about like phone duels. I'd love to see some phone duel related
Yep.
stuff. Like winning percentage, or how many phone duels overall you won. Um, One that I actually talked about on stream recently is actually most XP uh, like gained in one encounter, and we're talking about non-boosted. Give me the raw XP, because you have that in shootout, and I think elims as well. Give me that in eliminations or in
Mm,
encounters. I would love to
right.
see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then um I don't think there's much value in it, but like total XP, or yeah, no, it'd be kind of cool. Like your weekly like XP for a week. That'd be kind of neat to see in an encounter.
Mm, right. Right.
Like, or even like average XP in an encounter.
Yeah.
That would be cool too. So like it just expanded leaderboard.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've asked for this since like this came out. I want arcade stats
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
shelter. I'm like,
Mhm.
you don't even have to put it in that leaderboard thing. Put it like somewhere in the UI of the actual like arcade game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
You
that
go
would be
to the game and it
so
has
cool.
like your win loss ratio or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Games
Or even
played. Yeah.
it's like the classic arcade game where it's like top 10 people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do that. So anyways, that's my leaderboard stuff. So
No, no, and that's awesome. Yeah, that makes sense for sure. I'd love to see that. Yeah,
and yeah, any other idea too for leaderboards, add it. I would love to see more to it,
yeah.
but
Well, we could even keep talking about that a little bit because you were talking about how seeing your weekly stats because when you come out of an encounter, does it show you now like it doesn't? I don't think. Used to be when you came out of your encounters, it would show you on the different stats that they showed you your previous whatever, like you came out of that encounter or how much it's gone up or whatever. Underneath each
mm,
stat, it used to have like a change or whatever, um, like
I
what your
think
previous.
it's I don't I don't remember now. You're putting me on the
Yeah,
spot, Doc.
I know, but it was one of those another things I'd noticed that I don't think is showing anymore is your previous encounters kind of things. So like you come out of an encounter and it would show you how many kills you got on the last encounter kind of thing.
And I'm paranoid. I'm like
That could be, yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I
I'm
thought there
going
was
to like a
something.
stream VOD quickly. Stall. Stall.
Okay, hey, yeah, go over
Um
here. But yeah, because I thought there was something else like that that was missing, which would be nice to see again if it is missing. It's just one of those things that's in my head that I could have swore isn't there anymore. So I'm not 100%
okay,
sure on that one.
hold on. Exiting
Yeah,
encounter.
he's doing that,
Uh
and you're looking at the stats, and we know the stats have changed, and you don't see the person who's killed you stuff anymore, which
yeah.
is fine. I don't
Well,
care
this
about
one I
that.
just extracted from an encounter, so I know
Right, right. Yeah,
that's the inventory I got out with.
yeah. But then did you go to the leaderboards? I guess is the
Yeah, no,
question.
there's no change.
Hmm. Yeah, and so it'd be nice to see how much things have changed. I know they show your change on that little the new stat on because underneath the weekly, seasonal, and overall stat selections, there's that new whatever they call it. What's that called now? The
SR skill rating.
yeah, the skill rating that changes. It shows you the change you've gone through on that, but just underneath the various different stats, showing you, you know, what you got in the previous encounter. You know, like you went up this much in loot value, you went up this much in um average loot value, that kind of thing. So uh
Yeah, I'm
something
looking on the leaderboard now in my shelter, and I don't see any changes from
yeah,
the previous. But I don't know if it's because I haven't played a game tonight. So,
right, right,
but like you did mention, like the skill rating, I do see the last match. It's a +2 type thing.
yeah.
Uh, so maybe it
So
doesn't apply to.
that's changing, but they're not showing the other stats how they
Yeah.
changed as much or as easily. And it also sometimes seems like those stats may be behind a bit too. Not always
Uh,
showing where they're currently
yeah.
at.
They did announce it that there are some stats, and I don't remember which ones, but they are like it takes like one game or whatever for it to like sync up.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
remember which ones.
Okay, okay. That could be part of it. That might be part of the reason why we can't see those anymore. But it would be
Yeah,
nice if they came
possibly.
back. Yeah.
Yep.
Um. Wait. Did you have any? What was your next one? If you have another one.
My next one, it's kind of another repeat. More love for the encounters. Just because like eliminations has seen a lot of rework, a lot of work put into it. Same thing with like shootout, but not as much. Uh, but it is just they this year we've seen the airdrop buff, but it's like I don't see someone boosting more because you're getting 45 crowns, I think it is, if you're max boosting a lobby
Right.
or like fireworks type thing. Um, I'm glad that they've made an attempt, but I would love to see something more. And honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a little miffed as to what else can be done.
Right.
Like I know I'm saying like I want this done, but I don't know what I don't have something to present, right? So it's like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but um I don't know what it would be like. Either like you're tying like the crate to you know experience gain from that one encounter, or it's a random crate like and when you boost it gives like a different or better odds at a higher level crate. I don't know, but I would love to see something else done uh, to the crate in encounter just to like bring more meaning to it. The seasonals have helped, I find, get people more hungry for
Yep.
that crate.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially like myself, like I had all three challenges where it's like, oversized, radiated, and booby trap
Booby trapped. Yeah.
crate. So it's like I'm basically done all of them, I think, or maybe there's one left. But like, boom, it's like, okay, I'm like, I'll get these. Like, not that I ever shied away from getting a crate, but yeah, it would just be nice to see the core game mode of encounters, not just the crate, but like the core game mode see more attentions um to it type thing to like kind of boost it because a lot of people just play for the other game modes like a limbs or shootout type thing. And
Yeah.
or if you have people who play recklessly in encounters and it's like, okay, my inventory's empty, I'm just going to grind eliminations for like a day and boost up my thing. And like to me, I don't think that's um a great way to play the game. But uh yeah, anyways.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Yep. One that sort of been coming to my head is we haven't seen some new emotes in a while, and it'd be nice if we had a few new emotes. I
No, we
think.
got some.
What do we? Well,
They
I
released
guess
some at the start of was it start of this year or last mid-season
yeah, they're
update.
kind of quiet release too, though. They weren't like added to any of the seasons. I think they were only added through the store, right? Like you could buy them. I don't. Have you ever gotten in one through a crate? I don't think I've gotten anything. Well,
No,
in a
but
crate in a long time.
to my knowledge, it is supposed to be part of the crate pool.
Yeah.
So
So yeah,
I'd have to ask.
I opened all my crates, and I haven't gotten anything new emote wise in a crate in forever on my Xbox, and that's one that's maxed out. Um, so that would, I think, would be kind of nice. Maybe, and sure, but I'm talking about. I'd like to see some different types of emotes, like warming yourself at a fire, right? Because there's little campfires all over the place. So have an emote where you could like warming yourself at the fire,
Mhm.
um, sitting, you pull out a chair, sit down, kind of emote. Like we don't have, I don't think there's any really sitting emotes. All the emotes are, hand based or
Yeah,
whatever arm based, but there's no like, let's sit down. You can't even sit down. So it'd be nice if
yeah.
you could. Even in your shelter, pull up a chair. You can't sit on your couch. You can squat you can sort of crouch and stand on your couch in a crouching position. But that kind of thing. That's what I'm talking about for new emotes. I'm talking about
Okay,
something a little different that we haven't seen before, right?
okay.
Other than oh yeah, there's a new
Yeah,
dance. Okay, great, there's a new dance. But I want
yeah,
to, just warm at the fire. That'd be awesome.
yeah. I know people have asked for like a door knocking type thing as
That would
well.
be kind of cool, actually. Like have a door knock or a. I don't know if they had any of these houses have doorbells, but yeah.
Well, if you do the pointing one, maybe it's at the right height.
Oh, maybe yeah. Have the point and then but have a doorbell ring off with it,
Yeah.
and then you could change the doorbell based on the season, right? So it's Christmas. Have a little Christmas tune play.
There you
Yeah,
go. Oh, hold on, I lost my list.
it's okay. You have a list. I'm just running off the top of my head what I come up with.
Uh, Next, again, another repeat. Resources for staffing, like more staffing, bigger staff. Because like the last we heard, like a year ago, it was like a team of 26. And that's not like specifically just programmers. That's like the entire team. So like, uh, you know,
Community
promotions,
managers,
yeah,
yeah.
community managers, marketing, developers, literally everything. So it is quite a small team,
Hmm.
as well as money, so they could either get more staff or whatnot. I would love to see them, because right now the hiring policy is like you have to move to Borneo. I would love to see like telecommuting be more of an option, because maybe you know uh, it'd be easier to add more resources that way. But maybe it's just the way that Bohemia does things as well.
It's affecting a lot of different industries, this whole telecommuting thing. Like I work for a union, and whenever we're like especially in our IT area, trying to hire people is hard because uh, we have right now a policy. It's pretty much work in the office. They've been doing this whole trial thing where you could work, one day a month at home, and it has to be a scheduled day a month. It's not like, oh, it's a really bad weather day. If it's not your scheduled day, you got to come into the office, and it's like, come on. Um, so it's kind of an industry wide thing, not just industry, but like it's affecting a lot of different industries. This whole ability to work from home, and it's I think a lot of companies are having a hard time adjusting to it, like just trying to, and people aren't taking jobs that don't have it nowadays. It's getting harder and harder to recruit because of that. If you don't have
Yep.
work from home, it's like good luck hiring someone
Yep.
for that position. So
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. And if that could help, that would be, hopefully they something they can work with. But
Yep.
especially when they're in a gaming industry, I can imagine it's difficult, um, because really you do want whoever you hire to be working the same hours as your team, basically, so that they can interact with the team if needed, right? Like, okay, I'm working on this, and you need to talk to somebody who's working on a different animation or um, portion of the game to get their input. And if you're working on a different schedule than them,
Yeah.
I can understand there being a lot of difficulty
Yeah.
with that. But
Yeah.
you know,
Yes and no, but like
yeah,
if you think about it too, like some tasks are independent.
Oh, totally.
Because like
Absolutely.
I where it's like they could just, it's like a issue or a ticket type thing. It's like assigned to you and you basically work on it. Because like when I started off my IT career, I worked for a web agency in California, and they're like 3 hours difference, and it's like designers, it's like they're all West Coast, so it's like I couldn't talk to them. It's like I just did work that I could in the meantime. I'd shoot them an email or whatever, and it's like when I got a response, I got a response, and I was still able to continue working. It's not like I was able
Yeah.
just sitting there waiting, but
Right.
um,
And it depends on the kind of work you're doing, because as long as yeah, you have to send, you need something from somebody, as long as that doesn't prevent you from doing other things, and
yeah.
at least you can keep working and it's all good. But if it's really what you need an answer for is really tied to getting that answer, and you can't do anything else until you have that answer, it's like, oh man, it can be really stressful for sure.
Well, clearly you're not busy enough if you literally have just one thing that's going on that you can't that you could
It
work on.
really depends on what it is. Like, it's got to be specific to what you're doing, right? I have a buddy who works at EA, and during the pandemic, obviously everybody was working from home, and he's what's called a technical artist. So it's somebody who does 3D animation, but it's also somebody who does programming as well. And so there's, um, but he's found that working from home has been pretty simple, like for his job. But I don't know how much he has to interact, because he lives, obviously still lives in the area that is close to his office. So he's on the same time zone as everybody who's working in the office or and from home as well. So it's a huge hit. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know how often you'd have to interact with people who aren't in his area, but I think he's been able to continue working from home quite successfully for his position. But yeah, you just never know. I guess it all depends on your job, what you have to do, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, if working from home helped them get some extra different, talent, and that'd be great if it could, help them to get with the game.
Yep.
Yeah. And I had another thing I was going to mention. Um, oh yes, mine's the next one I had is a little I guess we're a bit niche, because it's Xbox related, but it's also partner related in a way. Um, is Has to do with the battle pass codes, right? So partners get these battle pass codes that they can give out, um, and it's a really nice perk that everybody, you have this chance to get a free battle pass if you're watching the streams and such. What I think would be nice if there was a way, um, when you're using, say, the Xbox Battle Pass code, is to be able to purchase additional levels, I guess you could say, sort of like you can with PlayStation and Switch. Because with Switch, the partners give
Mm.
out crown codes. And so you're using crowns to buy your battle pass. And when you're doing that, there's the option to say, okay, I want to buy a battle pass with 25 levels. You're just paying more crowns for it. The
Yeah.
Xbox, you don't get that chance. You put the code in, you get the battle pass at whatever level you're at, but then you can't bump it up right away like you can with the crown ones. So it'd
Oh,
be
interesting.
kind of nice if there was a way for that to work with Xbox. I don't know, maybe it's impossible, but it's just something I thought would be nice to see, because like I'm playing. I do play mainly on Xbox, but I'm at the point where it's just I don't have the time always to dedicate, and so each
Yeah.
season at the very end, I'm coming like I need so many levels. And if I want to finish it off, I typically have to buy the levels. And if I could get to the point where I'm at level 25 and then get the battle pass and the extra 25 levels and just finish the battle pass and continue playing, working on challenges and all that kind of stuff, it'd be nice. It'd just be a nice little thing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's just something
No,
I
it,
thought
it
of.
makes sense
Yeah.
because other games does do that as well, right?
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, no, it's not. I don't mind that idea. It's actually a pretty good idea because, like, I never did the math, but I'm assuming you actually save money by purchasing like those levels with the battle pass.
Oh,
compared to
absolutely.
like if you would buy like the battle or get the battle pass and then buy each individual
Oh, huge.
level.
Because it's like, was it? It's close to like on PlayStation, Switch. Even it's the same with Xbox. But it's when you buy the battle pass with crowns. I think it's like what 690, 700 crowns,
690.
690, and so to get it with an extra 25 levels is another 500 crowns. So you're paying 1,200 crowns to get the battle pass and 25 levels. And so if you're already level 25 and then you do that, boom, you're hit level 50, you're done with the battle pass, right? But then when you look at how many crowns it costs you to go from level to level to level, especially at the near the end, because at the end,
Yeah. It
I think the last
scales.
5 levels, it's like 200 crowns a level for the last 5 levels.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like that's 1,000 crowns right there just for five
Yeah.
levels to try to buy it off, right?
But early on
So
it's cheap. I remember that.
yeah, it does.
Um
It ramps up every 5 levels. It changes, and so it gets more and more expensive.
Give me 1 second because I thought I had a spreadsheet where I actually uh
Yeah, actually calculated, took a look and see what they were.
yeah,
Nice. So that's
keep talking.
and then yeah, but that's what I'm saying is it'd be nice if there was yeah, when you put in a battle pass code, if they had if there was an option at that time to say, and yet you'd still be using crowns, so you have to have the crowns to do it, but to add additional levels at that point.
Yeah,
Um, so
I can't find it. Oh, come on,
yeah,
really?
I guess, and the alternate is to stop doing the battle pass the way they do it on the Xbox and just do it the same way they do it on the PlayStation and
Uh
Switch, which is just do crowns.
sorry,
That'd
Doc.
be
I did not write how many crowns it took to buy. So basically, like I basically bought each level just to know the total XP for the season, but I didn't actually
oh
write down how many crowns it took to buy. You know what? Next season, I'm gonna like keep an eye on it if
yeah,
I
it'd be
do the
interesting
same
to
thing.
know. Yeah, well, and I guess as you're going, each time you go up, um, every 5 levels, it does. That's when it changes for how much it costs. So you can just first 5 levels, that's how much it is per level. Second 5 levels, that's how much it is, and you can just easily calculate it out. But it just take a while to because you have to get through the whole battle pass to do it. But yeah. Anyways, that was just my thought.
Yep. No, I actually kind of like that idea. Um, the only thing I could see wrong with that is like for the giveaways, like the partner codes.
Yeah.
Those obviously you wouldn't have the opportunity to buy those 25 levels because it's like a set battle pass.
But
So
that's
it's
what I'm
like
saying.
right.
Yeah.
It would have to be like an in-game purchase type thing.
Yeah. That's my whole point is if there was a way. So maybe the way is Xbox changes to the same way they've been doing it for PlayStation and Switch, where it's just crowns. Here's a code for 1,000 crowns like they do with the other ones, or or 700 crowns if they want to do not as many, but just so it just covers the battle pass. If people buy the battle pass with it or not, great. But that's already what they're doing with PlayStation and Switch. So
Yeah,
they're just changing the Xbox to do it the same way as them. But,
yeah,
I know they probably would prefer to do it the Xbox way for all the systems,
yeah.
but since they don't have that ability, change Xbox. But anyways, yeah,
Next, again, another repeat shelter improvements. Again, this is something else that's been pushed back uh for over a year now
yeah,
type thing. So it's like I hope it's going to come this year. They are going to give us a full season heads up because they're going to cancel or move legacy seasons over to shelter upgrade
yep,
and I'm it would just be nice to like go out and do something other than just grind leaderboards type thing once you're max shelter because it is a looter shooter survival game and for a lot of people if you're done upgrading your shelter they're, like they're not a lot of people aren't just going to grind like leaderboards for like looting they'll just grind for kills or something like that so
yeah,
it would be nice to see like basically essentially like make loot valuable again uh, because it's like, yeah, there are new players coming in, but it's like the number of veterans that are around, um, they're just getting more kill hungry type thing essentially. Like I try to do everything. Like my loot per encounter is like 3,300 or 3 and
Yep.
3.5K type thing. Um, but it's like it's I would love to see, something to build or something like that. Like, even if it's like a prestige system where you reset your shelter or something, or
Yeah.
just or give me a new shelter upgrade where it's like I know people keep throwing out the idea for like the fishing off the dock, but it's like, you know what? Like you can't just do that because again, it's like that ties into the food, and it's like food is like so easy to get. Like there's no point. Like
Yeah, when you're starting out,
I
sure,
want
food takes a while, and it would be nice to get another way. But yeah,
yeah,
once you get to a certain point, and as long as you're
like
collecting your food every day, you have
there's
no
no
problem.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no point in adding another shelter upgrade that produces food just for the heck of it. It's like
yeah.
give me a meaningful shelter improvement that does something worthwhile. Um,
And
and
this goes
it's
back. This goes actually part of that. We go way back to our first wish list episode, which was episode 5. We had an idea for a compost area that you could take extra food and make and use it to make materials out of. I still
yeah,
think that is actually a good idea. We
yeah,
should be doing some kind of composting for materials because materials,
yeah.
especially if you if you have your instant craft for your consumables. If you take a lot of different consumables out, especially the expensive ones, you burn through your materials pretty quickly. So
Yeah. But
additional construction wouldn't
yeah,
be bad. Yeah.
even though like a thing too with a lot of veterans, like materials is not an issue either with them. Like that's I don't know. It
Well, because
depends. Like
you have a
I'm
lot to
sure they have
deconstruct, right? Yeah, so you can.
yeah. Like I don't know, like maybe they have stats saying like, there's a lot more people who have just burned through materials that don't have materials, but it's like honestly, it's like if I deconstructed everything, I'm set for life. Like I don't care about
Yeah,
materials. But just like, maybe they do the Q crafting thing. Maybe the shelter upgrade uh like stops your shelter from rotting away or something like that, or you
Yeah,
get
maintenance. I think we've
yeah,
mentioned that in the past too.
yeah,
The ability to do maintenance as different upgrades slowly decay.
yeah,
You have to keep them up. Yeah,
or you have a shelter upgrade that like auto collects a percentage of uh your, your food or
yeah.
whatever. So it's like yeah, shelter upgrades that does something that is meaningful and not just produce more food, because it's not worthwhile.
And I don't know if we've
Like
ever mentioned this in the past, but cold storage or something, having a way because you're creating all this food and you have like 60,000 food sitting there. Um, that food should start rotting, or it should start going bad. So you should
I,
have like cold storage to keep it fresh, or keep it last longer, or something, right?
I was going to say 60,000. I'm like, I think I have like over 300K or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm not that high,
But
but still, I don't know. I don't know. That might be my PlayStation, my Xbox. I don't know what it's
yeah,
at. I don't think it's at 300,000, but it's a
or
lot. Yeah,
yeah, or make it like again like a trader or something like that. That you know you can trade food or whatever for
yeah,
materials or weapons or something, or some kind of trading where it's like, hey, I have a bunch of bugles that I'm never going to use because I don't like the bugle, and
yeah,
give me a M4A1s or something like that in exchange, or I don't know. But
yeah. Well, actually, that's not bad because if you have, um, yeah, like yeah, if you have 100 gold of a particular gold weapon that you're just not going to use because either you don't like that weapon or you prefer like a lower grade weapon that you're more comfortable with, then you should be able to take those into like it'd be nice if there was an in-game trader that, hey, I've got all these guns, I would like to trade them for
yeah,
this gun or whatever, and depending on the level of the gun, so you have like 100 common guns, maybe you can get like 10 uncommon or rare or something, some kind of scale
Yeah.
of trade. That would be great. And if you have tons of food left over, yeah, again, trading, or as we talked about, composting or something with that extra food. Let us do something with this extra food. Because sure, you can donate all your extra food if you wanted to, and then you'd be like, oh, I'm at the top of this one little donation thing, yay! But it'd be
Yeah.
nice to be able to do something else with that food,
Yep.
for sure.
Um. Anything else, Doc? I got a
Um,
few more. I just
yeah,
I
go
know
for it
it's your
because
turn.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Uh. Okay. I would love to see new Xbox achievements or PlayStation trophies or whatever it is on Nintendo, because a lot of them are
Yeah,
very basic. They don't even include the other game modes like shootout or eliminations. They don't like. There's one for getting um, Bard House, uh, but like Pine Vault is not there. Lock Container is
yep.
not there. So it's I don't know. I would like to see some more. I don't know how much work it is involved, and especially because now there's different platforms. But I would love to see the addition of those as well. Um, I don't know about
Hmm.
what you think about that, but
No, actually, no, I do like that. That would be nice. Because yeah, there's like your standard. Your game comes out, and there's like the standard 1,000 points you can get from a game, right? And some games go really basic. Is like, oh, you've played the game this long. Here you go. You got 1,000 points. But there are other games that get more intricate with it, like you said. And you get like for Xbox, it's there's different achievements. For PlayStation, it's trophies. But and then there was also within the game itself, it kept track in its own little separate thing. Did you do this? Have you solved the Rubik's Cube? Oh, you got the little Rubik's Cube one in game, and you get the one in console. But sometimes when games get expansions, then they'll add more achievements for them. This game isn't the one that kind of gets expansions, but it does get new maps, and it does has new seasons, right? So it would be cool if they added some additional achievements and all that for, hey, we've got Myron now. Have an achievement for doing something so many times on Myron, or whatever, right? Um, it'd be cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it would be
Well,
nice.
even at that, like they don't have anything map specific either.
No,
So,
well,
like
they have
maybe
like
having something.
they have the closest thing they have, which isn't map specific, but is um finding all the locations on a map, and then finding all the locations on 3 maps,
Yeah.
and there might be another one, but I don't know. Um, and they're not specific map things, but they are us overall map things. But yeah, like having specific ones would be nice for sure.
Next on my list, Twitch drops. It's been talked about a lot.
Yeah,
Now I understand like this is not just a Vigor thing. Like the you'd essentially have to have like a Bohemia account. Like if you know how Twitch drops work,
yeah,
like you basically have like an account that then ties into your Twitch account, and it's like how does that work? And it's like you need a Bohemia account and then link it up to your Twitch account, and then boom, they're joined, and then you watch, and then you would get crates or cosmetics or whatnot, or just like some kind of inventory stuff. But it's like again, this comes down to resources and stuff like that. Like, can the Vigor team actually do all this, or like would they get Bohemia themselves to actually like do it?
yeah,
Because if Bohemia does it, well, that's the thing too. Is like it would have to be like Bohemia because or you get like resources from each game title that they own to like do this because it would benefit like every game in the library, like
yeah,
Daisy, Arma, all the different Armas, like Wylands, maybe Silica as well. Like it would help so much because you look at like the small little games that average like 50 to 100 viewers, and boom, there's Twitch drops, and like boom, the category explodes.
true.
This would help with the exposure, and but again, it's like the legwork that has to go in to get that going is like who's going to do it? the little dev team of Vigor, or like it has to be a company approach for this. So
Yeah. Yeah, um, and I don't know how their other games handle stuff, uh, because we know with Vigor you have a shelter and you have a supply of stuff that you could easily. Oh, I got a crate. I can open the crate in the whatever. I don't know how, like, because DayZ don't you don't really have out of game. You don't really have a place. Like, you go into the game, and I think there's like a state. It'll hold your state as you leave the game to a point until they do a wipe, because every once in a while they'll do a server wipe, right? So that's like, it's hard to know how well drops could work in those, unless they're like a
yeah,
cosmetic drop that could
yeah,
potentially change the base look of your character in DayZ. But then I don't know how Arma or their other
yeah.
game work for that kind of thing either. So it's hard to say. It would be cool, and if you could do drops for all their games, it'd be cool. It's just how well do their other games work that you could have drops. That'd be interesting to know.
I I think there's ways of making it work either way. Like I
Yeah,
don't even it's just getting that like work done to actually
yeah,
support them, because I think it would be huge either way. It's like
hmm
people see
hmm
free stuff. It's like, oh my god,
yeah,
I want
drops.
free. It's like the Xbox Game Pass perk stuff. It's like
Hmm
awesome. I'm gonna grab the Vigor stuff, but like all those other games that I don't play, I claim them all because they're free 99, best price around. It's like I'm gonna like claim them. Am I going to play those
Yeah.
games? Maybe not. But it's like, hey, if Vigor has them, and or if any game actually has Twitch drops, it's like a lot of times I will watch them just to get those free drops potentially.
hmm Yeah,
And
I've watched
so
streams where it's a game, maybe I don't play it a lot, but it's a game I have an account for. Yeah, I'll claim that drop. I'll try to claim that drop for sure, whenever I can. Yeah. So no, that makes sense. It would be still be great if they could do something like that. And I just came up with another one as we've been talking, um, and this sort of goes back to the whole crossplay thing. It would be great if we could have crossplay, but with that, um, it'd be great if we could have crossplay and a way to team up with the people. Like with the crossplays, because right now we can sort of crossplay with Switch, but you can't team up with them. So I'm talking about um
yeah, like true crossplay where you could
true
party up
crossplay.
with other people.
Yeah, and then for that they would have to have in-game voice of some type. Now, it doesn't you don't necessarily have to have the general in-game, just throw your voice out there for anybody to hear. But if you're teamed up with somebody who's on a different console, then having an in-game chat would be nice.
Yeah,
And you could even come back to the random partners again,
random
because they
users.
sort of
Yeah,
yeah, because they sort of mitigated the issues that they were having way back when. Whereas meet up with, you'd randomize with somebody and you can still get killed by them. Like, someone could still random with you and kill you, and they've made it so that they can't take your stuff and they get labeled as a team killer. So there's still that chance. That's still a possibility. But if we had crossplay and we could do a random team up, if we had the ability to chat with our random team up um, through the game, that'd be great.
and Doc, you know
Um,
what you need to do that kind of stuff? A Bohemia account.
exactly. You would need a Bohemia account. There you go. Yeah, and
Two
that was
birds,
sort
one
of,
stone.
yeah, that was popping in my head too, because you're talking about the Bohemia account, and to have like an in-game chat system, you would have to have a Bohemia account. So
Yep.
to
And
make it really work well.
honestly, like if you wanted to talk about like chat like that, I would love proximity chat.
That's the thing. Like,
Like
I'm not a huge fan of proximity chat, but
so, it's like you could make it where it's like disabled, or like don't even hear anything from anyone else, or you have it on.
yeah,
But the thing is, like, there's a lot of safeguards that can be put in place where it's like, the audio is going to be recorded, it should be recorded, and it should be reportable. So then if
yeah.
someone says something like an idiot, it's like they should be reported, and
hmm
they should be punished and banned and whatnot.
And they do have a reporting system in place,
So
though I totally forget about it. I forgot until just now that, oh yeah, they have a reporting system in place. So
yeah,
I don't
so
even know
it's
if it works anymore. So
no, it does.
oh yeah,
Um, but yeah, it's like I'm all for that kind of stuff. I think it would work. Obviously, like if as long as the resources are there to like there's some kind of review process where it's like there's somewhat of a quick turnaround type thing for something like that. It's like go for it. I would love to see it in game.
yeah, yeah,
Next on my list, new cosmetics. I love like a lot of the stuff they put out, but my issue is like we get new outfits like basically with the battle pass and
right,
the premium packs, but like then we get a ton of variations of things, and it's like most recently like Daisy celebrated 10 years.
yep,
Phenomenal, like absolutely amazing. 10 years in the gaming industry is like amazing, and it's like they stuck the like they branded uh one of the rivals jackets with like an armband patch and
yep,
like a 10-year thing on the back, and it's like I, I want to see something unique for that. And same thing like seasonal challenges. I want to see like a unique cosmetic for something like that. Because it's like even on that the Daisy jacket, uh, it was like $14 Canadian, and it's like a variation. And I'm like,
yep.
I'm as much as I love it, like I can't. I'm not spending money on that. Like I'm sorry, and it's like I could spend crowns on it that the devs give me, but I don't want to use it for that. So um yeah, it's just new unique cosmetics type thing
Sure.
because they have like they do a great job. Like we see it in the battle passes and everything, the premium pack. They come out with some fabulous things. It's just like the variation stuff is just sometimes it's I don't know, not great.
Yeah. Something that I would like to, I've been thinking about, um, maybe, I don't know if it's a way to change up some of the lootable stuff out there. Changing the way you can open, changing the way locks work, maybe. Because right now it's a combination. You flip around, try to find the combo. Having like an alternate lock where you have to like pick the lock as opposed to like try to figure out the combination. Because then if you found a way to make a lock, having a picking mechanism with locks. There's other games that have done similar things. You go to a keyhole and you do a few things to try to pick a lock, because then it could be used in other ways, right? Because if you had a different, say, lock that's on the container that you had to pick as opposed to combo, then you could use a picking mechanism for doors. You could have doors that needed to be picked. So then because there's if you think of some other games, there are games there are like special rooms on some maps, right? And I'm not about like the Bard House sort of covers that a little bit, but like having a special room that you had to find a way into. If you think of Tarkov, there's like rooms and like labs would have
Like
special
the card
card
access.
keys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having a special room that you had to pick a lock to get into or find an alternate way in on a map would be kind of neat. I guess that's more of a different loot event, maybe if especially if you wanted to like move that room around like you do with the Bard House. Um, yeah, I don't know, but I'm just thinking having changing the way, maybe not getting rid of the combo locks, but having a new type of lock that you could do pick could open up ways of getting into other things, like having rooms that are locked that you had to pick to get into, and you could do different things with it. That's all I was trying to think of.
Well, if you have different types of locks too, where it's like a pickable lock, you could always have it as a consumable item where it's like you have to bring a lock pick.
A lockpick set, yeah, that could be a
or
yeah,
it's
exactly, yeah,
or it's like multiple you use one and it's used. So it's like you'd have to bring it in like three if there's like three locks or something like that.
yeah, 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 yeah. So there, little things like that could bring a little bit more variety to the game, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's it for my game related wish list.
Yeah.
Do you have anything
Um,
else? Because
I
I
don't
have
think
like
so.
the so podcast wise,
Yeah.
I would love to do a live stream podcast at some point. I think we mentioned it before in the past, but
Mm-hmm.
it'd be cool to make that happen at some point. Um,
Yeah. It'd take a
I'm
level
trying to
of
think.
coordination for us that we'll have to
Yes.
build up to.
Well, I'm going to be on paternity leave in March for
Oh,
6 months
yeah,
or something like that.
that's
So,
right. Congrats.
yeah. Well, it's like
Well,
I'm
this is
taking
like
like the
taking
back end.
over. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
the back
taking
end. I
over
know.
the
Yeah.
last 6 months of the parental leaves.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I don't know if that'll help make it doable or whatnot, or if we just do it at night type thing like we usually do. But
Yeah, it'd be nice if you didn't have to be up so late. So yeah, it'd be cool if we
yeah,
could pre-arrange something. Then I could always make sure I'm here earlier, so that we could definitely do it.
take a
That'd be
day
awesome.
off
Yeah,
work,
we
both
should
of
do.
us type thing. I'm sure the wife
Yeah.
would love that. It's like, what, you're taking off a day
Per-
to like talk about video
Seriously?
games? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's not happening. Absolutely not.
Yeah, yeah. But it's
Uh,
totally doable.
yeah. I just won't tell her.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know about wish list. I'm just, we were talking about like things to like improve on the podcast. It's like, just improve the podcast in general.
Yeah.
Um,
Little cosmetic
uh,
things that we'd like to do. So yeah,
yeah,
maybe we can get some of those done this year. And we are getting like our numbers. We're on 77 now. We're getting up there. So this year,
yeah.
we will most likely at some point this year, we're going to be hitting 100. So we'll have to do something special for that.
Episode 100. Yes,
Yeah, that could be
indeed.
our live one, maybe. So we'll have to see when that's
Oh
going
my
to
god,
fall.
that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Um,
There.
yeah, and then I don't know, stream wise for myself, it's like, uh, getting close to 1,000 followers.
Nice.
I'm working on the YouTube now. I'm posting YouTube shorts, and I'm hoping to like improve that. Uh, but aside from that, that's it for the wish list.
Yeah, same. I've been working on little things here and there on mine too, and I have ideas. It's just following through and getting some of those ideas done.
Yeah,
As I like my streaming is like a little bit more erratic this last couple months. I'm hoping to get it a bit more stable again. But then there's little things I like to do just in the look and everything myself too. So that's sort of part of my wish list for my stream is do some updating to it, get it a little bit more up to date.
yeah, I know how it
For
is.
sure. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a good place for us to stop. But that I think it was a great discussion. Um, everybody, thanks for listening. Please like, share, subscribe. We do appreciate it. Hit that notification bell. If you can, come into the YouTube and comment. If you're listening to the audio only version, because there's no real other way to reach out to us right now. It's mainly just YouTube comments. So if you're listening on the podcast player, if you get a chance, jump in with a comment. That we'd like to hear from you.
Or reach out
Um,
to us on stream.
yeah, or yeah, exactly. We've got people once in a while coming in on stream. Hey, we listened to the new one, and we really appreciate it, and we look forward to it. Absolutely. But yeah, until next time, I'm Dr. Anton.
I'm DJ Spencer.
Everyone have a great evening and a great Christmas, and stay safe in the Outlands, and don't let Santa get you. All right, bye.
Bye.
I've heard you say you lost your way again. You don't see your reflection. Just look around and find at least something good. All you need will just get